Good evening, everyone, and happy Workout Wednesday. I'm your host, Dr. G. Makari, or as some of you may know me, Dr. G. I am one of the team doctors here at Moss Family Chiropractic, and welcome to Exercise 101. If you're watching from home or wherever you are, I want you to ask yourself, do I have a workout routine? How many days a week do I typically work out? What's in my workout routine, and how long does it usually take me? Keep these answers in mind because I have a great solution for you that may make you rethink that routine, or if you don't have one, to start one. What we're going to cover today is what percent of our population actually exercises as they should, which is a lot less than it should be, the risks involved with a sedentary lifestyle, the benefits of exercise. We're going to dispel some myths about traditional exercise and introduce a new way of working out in just 12 minutes. So let's get started. Let's face the facts. Only 20.7% of people exercise like they should, and 71.6% of adults are considered overweight or obese. Think about how many people that is. That number is way too high. Do any of these statistics surprise you? They didn't for me. Not only does a sedentary lifestyle lead to obesity issues, it also leads to physiological dysfunctions, sickness, and dis-ease. Let's be clear about this matter. Obesity doesn't cause disease, but typically the same things that make people really fat also makes them really sick, aka a poor diet and lack of exercise. There are so many great benefits of exercise, but one in particular is that exercise has a really positive effect on your mood. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine studied a group of participants with a major depressive order and had them walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes a day for 10 days. At the end of the study, there was a significant reduction in depression scores. Researchers also found that walking just 30 minutes a day improved symptoms faster than an antidepressant drug. A second study in the Journal of Sports Medicine and Physical Fitness studied 80 men and women who answered a mood questionnaire prior to exercising. The researchers determined that 52 of those subjects qualified as being in a depressed mood. After exercising, that group reported increased vigor and reductions in anger, depression, and anxiety. So the bottom line here is that exercise enhances certain mood-related hormones and gives people a better sense of self-control. Simply put, you feel better after you exercise. Not only does exercise make you feel better, it also improves cognitive functions. In yet another study done in 2012, sedentary adults were put through a 4-month HIIT program, which is a high-intensity interval training program. At the end of the study, the ability to think, recall information, and make quick decisions had all improved significantly. So, who should be exercising? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's everyone. No matter how old you are, exercise has proven benefits. Even at the age of 90, as in this study, and beyond, the human body became exponentially stronger and it also built muscle. Now that we've seen the research, let's talk about some myths about exercise. All right, line number 1, exercise hurts. Well, what do you mean by hurt? Does it make you uncomfortable? Sometimes it's necessary to get uncomfortable to broaden your horizons. You're not growing if you're not challenging yourself, right? This is not to say that if you've never exercised, then you should get up, run 10 miles, or pound out a hard workout. My best advice is to take it slow. I mean, after all, Rome wasn't built in a day. So furthermore, it is important to know your limitations and listen to your body. If a person has a severely degenerated knee joint, then the pounding of many plyometric type of exercises should be modified. For example, you can step instead of jump. So the reality is that it's critical that a degenerated joint be exposed to constant motion. After all, if you don't use it, you lose it. So when done correctly, exercise actually alleviates pain and arthritis. Line number 2, I don't have time to exercise. I get it. There's only so much time in the day. You definitely do not want to be wasting your time on anything. I too like to be efficient and effective with my workouts. But the good news is that cutting-edge research, multiple extensive test groups, and thousands of participants clearly state that to get the best results from an exercise program with the intent of being fit, high-intensity, short-duration exercise is the way to go. In as little as 12 minutes a day, you can impact your level of fitness. In other words, you get the biggest return on your investment in the shortest amount of time. Who doesn't love that? Line number 3, I can't afford a gym membership. I get it. Times are tough. And of course, we all want to save money. The good news here is that you don't have to have a membership to get a good workout in. Don't get me wrong, not that we have anything against gyms. In fact, we promote them. The good news here is that you can do these workouts at home, in a gym, in a park. You can do it in the middle of the road for all I care. Please don't do that. Be safe. With little to no equipment. When most people think about exercise or fat loss, they think classic cardio, spending hours on a treadmill or the Stairmaster. But don't get me wrong, I love cardio machines, but unless you're training for a marathon or you just really love to run, aerobic exercise may not be your best choice for fat loss. With classic steady state cardio, your joints take a constant pounding. So yes, you are burning fat, but at a very slow pace and only when you're exercising. With other forms of exercise like high intensity, short duration, you can get your body in a fat burning state that lasts longer after the workout is over. What most of us have learned when it comes to fat loss is to get your heart rate up to 60, 70% of your max heart rate. Keep it there for 30 to 60 minutes and you'll burn fat. Is that true? Yes, you will. The problem is it only burns fat while you're working out, and it quickly drops off as soon as you stop. What happens then is your cortisol levels go up, and when your cortisol levels go up, you start to store fat. But that's not the goal. You're trying to burn fat, and then you constantly repeat this type of workout for it to be efficient and effective. But that takes up a lot of time. And on top of that, the fat burning only lasts an hour or two after you're done. This study here demonstrates that by just adding a high intensity exercise program, not changing any diets or anything else, many of the risk factors of metabolic syndrome improved, whereas more conventional, moderate intensity exercise showed less impressive gains. Before we move on, I want to point out that doing something like steady state cardio is better than doing no exercise at all. But I present to you the 12-minute fitness solution, which we refer to as Max T3. Max T3 was specifically designed with an end result in mind, seeing people reach their fullest potential for life. For that to happen, people need to be healthy. And if you're going to be healthy, then you have to be truly fit. But to be fit, then you must utilize a program that incorporates all of the elements of fitness. So that means strength, power, endurance, balance, coordination, agility, and speed, not just bits and pieces of those. So Max T3 is a comprehensive fitness system based on all of those elements of fitness and utilizes the principles of what we call Metcon, which is metabolic conditioning, to make sure that you're truly fit, healthy, and a high energy machine. The best news of all is that you get all of this in just 12 minutes a day, and it works. It's been proven. So the basis of this workout plan is something called, like I said, metabolic conditioning, Metcon. So this is how we get the best results in the shortest amount of time. The purpose of metabolic conditioning is to elicit a metabolic response or a hormonal response to the workout we create. With this 12-minute workout, it's high intensity, so it is hard. You're getting your heart rate up, you're sweating. I mean, you are really moving. But your heart rate's not at 60 to 70%. We're getting that heart rate up to 90, 100% of that max heart rate for short little blimps of time though, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds at a time, but not constantly for an hour. When you do this type of workout, the way we show you for only 12 minutes, the magic happens after the workout is over. 36 hours after just one 12-minute workout, your cortisol levels go down, meaning you're not going to store fat anymore. You're going to have a longer fuse because high cortisol equals high stress. People who are high stress have a short fuse. They gain weight. Their immune system goes down. They can't sleep. They're depressed. They're anxious. When these cortisol levels go down, testosterone and HGH, or human growth hormone, will go up for 36 hours. So human growth hormone, or HGH, or testosterone, these two hormones are the ones that we hear athletes are injecting to get an edge. They feel and look younger, they have more muscle mass, less fat, but illegally, of course, and with less than desirable side effects. But by doing this type of high intensity, short duration workout, we're doing this process naturally. So now, not only are we burning fat and gaining muscle, we're also thinking clearer. We're sleeping better for 36 hours after one 12-minute workout. So we're maximizing our results in that shortest amount of time. Another amazing benefit of Metcon is its superior fat loss benefits. Now I'm talking about fat loss. Fat loss is far more important than weight loss because weight loss can mean a loss of any body tissue, even muscle. High intensity, short duration exercise consistently outperforms classic cardio time and time again. In this 1997 study, with workloads being equal, the high intensity group lost significantly more weight than the moderate intensity group. And there's no shortage of studies that say the same or similar thing. This is the case because with classic aerobic exercise, you only burn fat for the time you are actively exercising, and you're only burning fat at a slower pace. However, with Metcon, you burn energy very rapidly, and more importantly, you continue to burn fat for up to 30 plus hours post-exercise. This is called the afterburn effect. So the great thing is that anyone can utilize the principles of Metcon. It can be incorporated into virtually any program. If you like to run, bike, hit the elliptical, etc., then add in short sprints or high-intensity surges. In fact, elite endurance athletes use these techniques to greatly improve their endurance. Surges can be built into traditional weightlifting programs too, just by changing the intensity and frequency of reps or by simply adding in exercises that are more conducive to metabolic conditioning. Or you can just utilize a program that is specifically designed around those principles. This way, there's nothing left to chance. For example, Max T3. So if you're going to spend time and effort getting fit, you don't want to compromise your efforts with poor nutrition, right? So you can supplement a healthy diet with Maximized Living grass-fed whey protein. It's an exceptional source of protein which contains BCAAs. BCAAs, or branched-chain amino acids, are the primary proteins that make up skeletal muscle. It's really important to have protein before or after a workout to ensure you're properly fueling and feeding your muscles. I personally like to have a protein shake in the morning as a meal replacement because I really have time to make breakfast. So it's a pretty simple, quick way to get in my protein, make sure that I'm getting it, and also fuel me throughout the rest of the day too. You also want to have protein around your workout time so that you're fueling those muscles so that you can gain that strength and that endurance. But along with our protein, Max Fit and Strength and Recovery are also great supplements that I'm going to talk about. Max Fit has ashwagandha, which helps support healthy stress levels. It also has L-glutamine, which is an essential amino acid necessary to remove waste from the body, and L-carnitine, shown to help the body fat turn fat into energy. Now, for the Strength and Recovery, it also contains those branched chain amino acids to help build muscle and also with recovery. Something else that is super easy to do, but I think a lot of people forget about it, is water intake. I mean, how many times do you go throughout the day when a lot of us aren't the best at drinking our water? So what you can do, simple little easy tip, is get a water bottle that tracks it, or you should be drinking a gallon of water a day. I know that seems like a lot, but if you need support or you want to participate with us, every Wednesday, the staff at Moss Family Chiropractic challenges each other to drink a gallon of water. It's really fun. We call it Water Wednesday. And we see who can finish their water first. And we drink a gallon. It's really fun. But if a gallon is too much for you, then go ahead and try doing your body weight, but half of your body weight in ounces. That'll be an easy way. Then you can work your way up to a gallon. All right, so the next concept I'm going to go through is the most important that you're going to learn regarding how to be happy, healthy, and well. As a doctor, I get asked all the time, What's the most important? Is it exercise? Is it nutrition? Is it supplements? You can tell how important every element is in your body based on how long you can go without it. So let's think about the things that your body needs: food, water, air. Pretty simple, right? How long can you go without food? Well, if you've ever seen Survivor, you know that you can go a couple of weeks without food, but only a couple of days without water. So water is more important than food. Now, oxygen, air. How long can you go without air? A couple of minutes. Or if you can hold your breath for a long time, 3 to 4 minutes, maybe. One thing people forget about, though, is nerve supply. Nerve supply is the missing link when it comes to wellness. How long can you go without proper nerve supply? You can't go 1 second without proper nerve supply. We say in the office all the time, your power's on. That's because your nervous system controls all health and healing in your body. And where does that nerve supply come from? Your brain and your spinal cord. They control every function in your body, from your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, your food to digest. Information has to travel from your brain down your spinal cord through these nerves to tell your body how to function. If your power is on, nutrition and exercise matter. But if it's not, then those things don't make a difference at all. So, how do we ensure your power is on? What we look for here in the office is called a subluxation. This is when a bone in your spine has moved out of place and it pinches a nerve, choking off life going to your organs and disabling brain communication to the rest of your body. Subluxation can lead to degeneration in any part of the body depending on where it is. Your nervous system controls every organ, and this chart shows where those nerves go through the spine to connect with each organ. So extended time on computers, trauma, or even car accidents can cause forward head posture, where your head shifts forward like this. This shift crushes the nerves in your neck and could take decades off your life. So we have a question. Sorry, I missed it. But this question is, there are so many protein brands out there. Do you have any recommendations? I do. The one that I recommend the most is ours, made by Max Living, because I can guarantee you that the products and the ingredients in here are pure. They are what they say they are. And because, as a lot of you guys know, supplements are not FDA approved. They cannot be going through, they don't go through a process where the FDA says, yes, this is what's in them. So if you take something off the shelf, I can't guarantee you what's actually in it and if what they're saying on the label is there. But with Max Living, I can, with in particular, when we're talking about protein, we have the vanilla and the chocolate here. So I would recommend Max Living because I know exactly what's in the ingredients and we have it here at the office. So thank you for that question. Oh, and also our grass-fed whey protein has prebiotics and probiotics, which a lot of proteins don't have, and a lot of people are missing that in their diet, especially people with digestion issues. It also has 18 essential and non-essential amino acids, so it's a good one. I would highly recommend. Thank you for that question. All right. So, how do you know if you need to get checked for subluxation? Well, there are some warning signs, and here are a couple of them: headaches, menstrual problems, high blood pressure, depression, insomnia. But the first one here is headaches. With forward head posture, if you pinch the nerves going to the back of your head, you'll often have headaches. So I'd say out of 100 people who walk in with headaches, nearly 99 of them walk out headache-free. The best way to determine the cause of the problem is by getting a full exam. So from now until next Friday, which is May 8th, we are offering an exam with x-rays if necessary for a $60 special if you mention that you watched this video, Exercise 101 with Dr. G. So, other warning signs could be menstrual problems and blood pressure irregularities. So blood pressure centers are right here at the top of your spine. And the Journal of Hypertension found that chiropractic adjustments lowered blood pressure better than two really popular drugs, HCTZ and lisinopril. Subluxation can also affect your serotonin levels, which can lead to insomnia, fatigue, and depression. Acid reflux can also be a sign of subluxation in your mid back, or what we call thoracics. Do you know someone who has acid reflux? What do they take for it? Nexium, that purple pill. Well, these drugs can interfere with your body's ability to heal, and they're just going to mask the underlying issue. Ignoring these warning signs could lead to things like heart disease, cancer, or even diabetes. So we want to get to the cause, not just mask the issue. So chiropractic is not only about preventing back pain, neck pain, etc. It's actually making patients healthier. The real definition of health starts with nerve supply. A study in the Journal of Manipulative and Physiological Therapeutics discusses several benefits of chiropractic wellness patients. They studied 311 wellness chiropractic patients aged 65 or older who had received maintenance care for 5 years or longer in comparison to what we call healthy citizens of the same age. So these are not sick people sitting around in the hospital. They are people you would consider healthy. So here are the results. Chiropractic patients spent 69% less on healthcare than the national average. Who wants to save nearly 70% on their health bills? Me. And I'm sure all of you guys would too. Who doesn't want to save money? The chiropractic patients in this study had 50% less medical visits and 60.2% less hospital visits. 85% of patients lowered their pharmaceutical costs. So this is all just a result of staying adjusted. So I want you guys to follow us on Instagram at Moss Family Wellness, find us on Facebook and like us, give us that thumbs up at Moss Family Chiropractic. And if you like, we also do Workout Wednesdays. So on both those pages, we post the workout of the day and you can follow along with us. And 2 times a month, we go live for Workout Wednesday with me. It's a great time. So now before we leave, I want to show you guys the Max T3 website. So if you're already a patient here, you should have gotten this little bookmark in your patient care packet. So let me pull up my screen really quickly. Okay, so here is the Max T3 website. Here is your sign-in right here. Or if you already have a Max T3 account, you can go to login. But if you have this little bookmark, there is an access code that you can enter to create your account. And it's going to say, click here to redeem. That's where you're going to go. So with Max T3, when you sign in, you're also seeing there's super fast workouts and fast workouts. You're going to start with the super fast. I know that sounds kind of weird. I too thought you would start with the fast workouts, but you're actually going to start with super fast. Okay. So with super fast, it's 6 exercises, 20 seconds on and 20 seconds off. And there's going to be 3 people in these videos. There's going to be somebody with a gray shirt, who is the beginner, the red shirt, who's the intermediate, and the black shirt, which is the advanced. So I want you to follow the person when you're doing these workouts who you can relate with the best. So if you think you're a beginner, you should start with the gray shirt. So you're going to follow that person the entire time, and you can modify and feel free to switch people if you feel like you need to follow more of an intermediate or advanced. Whoever it is, just go ahead and follow that person. But for these workouts, I want you to go as fast as you can. You should be sweating. You should be dripped. You should be working hard and breathing heavy. And if you can talk during the workout, you're not doing it right, because you have to hit it hard. And trust me when I say it is hard. It's worth it, but it's hard. It's only 6 minutes, so you can totally do it. But I first want you to go ahead and watch the warm-ups. So here's the super fast, here's the fast workouts, but just to get used to it, there is a link that you can do warm-ups, and I want you to watch the warm-up video first, just for your first or second time doing it, so that way you know what to expect and warm up a little bit. And then go ahead and get into super fast workouts. So what I recommend is pick Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 3 times a week, and maybe do super fast upper, then super fast lower, then super fast core. And then maybe the next week you can change it and do super fast surge. Then you can do upper 2 and lower 2. So just change it up and play with it. But like I said, if you go through this workout, you should only be able to do 1 of these workouts a day. If you come in and tell me, Dr. G, I did 3 max T3 workouts in a day, I'm going to look at you and think to myself, did you really do it how you were supposed to be doing it? Because you should only be able to do 1 and then you should be wiped out. So let me stop sharing this. All right, guys, I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Happy Workout Wednesday. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, stay up with us. And if you have any questions, I'm here with Moss Family Chiropractic. It's Dr. G signing off. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe and stay adjusted.